Dear all, welcome to the playlist of Training on Competitive Examination. In this video, I am going to discuss important questions based on the pinout details of 8085 microprocessor. As you know that there are 40 pins, each pin has its own importance. According to the functionality, I have listed out 10 questions and the remaining part will be discussed in the upcoming session also. First, let's concentrate 10 questions based on the pinout details. So let me show you the questions. So I request everyone, please put the right answer and you can have a self-evaluation. So I am going to scroll down each and every questions and kindly note down the correct answer immediately. So once it is done, we can have a discussion. In that discussion, you will come to know the right answer and you can have a better experience. There are 10 questions. Let me scroll down. Yes, let's start the discussion. Moving on to the first question. Dash pin or pins provide clock frequency supply to 8085 microprocessor. So these are the options: X0, X1, X1 and X2, X0, X1 and X2. So the correct answer is option C, X1 and X2. So please select option C. Moving on to the question number 2. 8085 microprocessor is operated in dash duty cycle. Actually, 8085 microprocessor operated in 50% duty cycle. So please select option C. Question number 3. Dash oscillator inputs of X1 and X2. RC phase shift oscillator, Wien bridge oscillator, crystal oscillator and none of the above. The right answer is crystal oscillator. So please opt option number C. Question number 4. If 6 MHz frequency oscillator is connected across X0 and X1, the operating frequency of 8085 microprocessor is dash. Actually, when it comes to this kind of problem, actually 6 MHz frequency of crystal oscillator is connected between X0 and X1. That will be connected to the 8085 microprocessor. Such case, what you are supposed to do is, whatever the frequency is given, that should be divided by 2. That means 6 MHz divided by 2. Okay, 6 MHz divided by 2, that is nothing but 3. I have to select 3 MHz. So we can say that your microprocessor will be operating under 3 MHz. So please select option D. Option D is the correct answer. Now question number 5. Here you please read out X1. See, X1 and X2 pin is connected to 8085 microprocessor through dash flip-flop. So actually the thing is, here we are going to use the T flip-flop. Consider the diagram. So we are having the pin X1 and X2. Okay, X1, X2. So what you are supposed to do is, you will be connecting S1 and S2 directly to a T flip-flop. So this is a T flip-flop. Then output of T flip-flop will be connected to mu P. So that is a scenario. So I want to select option C. Option C is the right answer. Question number 6. Dash transmission is preferred for long distance communication. Which among the right answer? Actually, serial communication is preferred, because if serial communication is preferred, the amount of wires can be saved. Amount of wires are limited if we select serial communication. Okay, so it is economical. Question number 7. Dash pin or pins are used for serial data transmission. We are having 4 options: SID, SOD, SID and SOD, RX pin. The right answer is SID and SOD. So please select option C. That is for serial data communication. That is preferred actually. I have explained the reasons also. Then in 8085 microprocessor, dash number of pins are needed for data and address transfer. So there are 16 pins are required for address. We can say that 16 pins are required for address transfer. For address transfer, we require 16 pins. Please note down this. For data transfer, how many pins are required? We require 8 pins. 8 pins for data transfer. So you have to add both. 16 and 8 is nothing but 24. So therefore, for data transfer we need 24 pins. Please select option C. Now you have to identify the correct sentence or sentences from the given options. If address latch enabled pin is high, AD node to AD node supports the address transfer. Okay. AD node to AD7. Please read it as AD7. If ALA pin is low, AD node to AD7. Please read it as AD. Okay. Supports the address transfer. Same pin can be used for address and data transfer. All the statements are correct. Please recorrect the option as AD node to AD7. So which could be the correct answer? So according to the statement, we can say that if address latch enabled pin is 1, then AD node to AD7 support address transfer. And also if address latch enabled pin is low, AD node to AD7 support data transfer. So definitely these two options are absolutely correct. And one more thing, the same pin can be used for both address and data transfer. That is also correct. Then which is better? Please select option D. Option D is the correct answer. Here there is a minor change. Initially I would have corrected, but you please read it as AD7. This is very important. Match the following. So you know the status links. Okay, different status lines are available. IO bar, M bar, RD bar, WR bar, S0, S1 pins. Different status bars are available. Here we will concentrate only the S0 and S1 pin. So if S0 and S1 pins are high, what is going to happen? If S0 is low and S1 is high, what about the operation? And also if both S0 and S1 is high, so what might be the operation? So please select the correct answer. So please select the correct answer. Now what you are supposed to do? So you have to match the following. Actually, if S0 and both are 0, definitely it will perform the halt operation. So this is actually D, halt operation. The second, and also one more thing, if S0 and S1 is 1, then it performs opcode fetch. Suppose if S0 is low and S1 is high, then it performs the read operation. So I have to select it like this, read operation. Then one more thing, if S0 is S0 is 1 and S1 is 0, then it performs the write operation. So like this you can choose. So based on this criteria, like 1D, then 4D, 4A, then 2C, and 3B. Like this you can select. So which could be the right answer? 1D, 4A, 2C and 3B. So please select option B. Option B is the correct answer. So this is actually based on the status lines. Okay. So regarding the interrupts, different type of interrupts are available, and the pins like trap, then different type of interrupts that I will be discussing in the coming session. So only few questions I have discussed in this session. Let me know if you are having any clarifications, and please go through these questions, and these are very important. One or other way it may be helpful for your competitive examination. Okay. So finally, thank you for watching this video. Please put up your valuable comments in the comment box. Keep watching. Thank you.